Hi, I'm Gemma.
And I'm Howard.
And we just want to tell you a little bit about our life story. And we both started off in very different churches.
Yeah, Salvation Army.
Yeah.
Pentecostal background, a pastor's kid, as they say. My whole family played instruments, and I used to watch my cousins at church play the organ and stuff. And I used to say to myself, I want to do that one day. I want to be like that. They really inspired me. So there was a piano at the back of the church. And I went to the back of the church after one of the services during the break. And I got on the piano and I just started playing. No one showed me anything. And I started playing. And I remember the key as well, it was F sharp. And I started playing and I couldn't believe what was coming out. And that was the start. That was the start of my musical journey, really.
Yeah, and I think God gave me the gift of music very early. So because I was in a very musical church, I was always singing and it was always part of how I worship God. But as I was growing up, I went through quite a difficult period in my family. It was quite a hard upbringing. And so I learned from an early age that music was the thing that I could communicate with God. He would talk to me and I would talk to him, and worship became my life. And then one day I joined a gospel choir at our church, a youth gospel choir, and that's where I fell in love with gospel music. Because my church was very different to yours.
Oh, yeah.
There was no gospel music. It was all brass band. So I found gospel music and I knew there was something different about this kind of music. It was full of joy, and I was really drawn to it. And so I was in the gospel choir, helped lead it, helped run it until all throughout my teens.
I was brought up in a very strict way, so music was a real expression. Really comforted me. God is a God of second chances as well, and you never know where He's going to lead you or what door's going to open. And I met Gemma, and we started out as friends. We realised that we were going through similar things. And we started talking, and it's like, wow, you're going through that, I'm going through the same thing, and that's how it started.
And at the same time, our lives looked amazing from the outside. Like, I was touring with London Community Gospel Choir, you was on tour. Every night we'd be on the stage. And I remember that it was the gospel music that kept me going through that it was the hardest time of my life. And there was this particular song that we used to sing in LCGC, said, my change will come in God's own time, my change will come. And every night we would sing that, and I would just cling onto that song, like, God, please just make my change come in your time. And He did. He's a faithful God. He never lets us down. And so the more I clung onto that song, I clung onto that hope that He'd given me, that things were going to get better. And they did, didn't they?
They sure did.
We were the first gospel choir in Russia, do you remember?
Yes, we went to Russia.
We were allowed in Russia, the very first gospel choir that was allowed. And so God really used the power of music through the choir. We'd be on these massive stages in the evenings, and then we'd be working with communities across the country. And God said to us one day, why don't you just do something for your local community? And so we thought, all right, we'll just start a choir. And we were living in Essex at the time. We just thought we'd start a little 6-week project, get people singing, and that would be a way of fulfilling what God wants us to do, because we really liked our lifestyle at the time.
Yeah, it was going well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like Gemma said, we wanted to put something back into the community. So we printed off some leaflets, posted them in the door.
Got the word
out.
And we said, come and join.
Hi the church.
And
just waited.
45 people turned up.
45 people turned up,
It was our first big sing choir. And we really thought it was a 6-week project. We didn't think it would go any further. We just thought, we'll just do this. But in those 6 weeks, God really changed our hearts, because He showed us the power of music in other people's lives. We were just sharing something that we personally experienced, how music could help us, but actually it helped so many more people.
So many people.
So people were telling us they were overcoming depression, isolation, going through illnesses, and the doctor was saying, what are you doing? Your recovery is amazing. And they just said, we're singing in a choir.
We became little pastors, as it were, because people were coming to us with their problems, which was fantastic.
Yeah, and the music did all the talking, the lyrics, very uplifting and positive, and God spoke through the lyrics to people.
Oh my gosh.
He told them that they were loved, He told them that they had worth, that faith was real.
What the important thing is, because we are Christians, we don't force that on people, because a lot of the choir members might not be Christians, or they're from all different backgrounds and walks of life. But our ethos is always there, because we always try and do things with churches. We always partner ourselves with churches. and people have been affected by that, because we've got a gospel section of our choir now as well. You know, we started singing Oh Happy Day, and even in Oh Happy Day there's a message in that, and there's a certain spiritual connection they made, even if they didn't understand it, but they felt something. So that prompted us now to start a gospel section of the Big Sing, which has been absolutely fantastic, because it's inspired people. People have joined other churches through it and stuff like that, and that's what it's all about.
And now the Big Sing has been going for 15 years.
Unbelievable.
15 years.
Wow.
And we've grown across the country. So we're singing with over 1,000 people a week across the Midlands, Essex, Kent and London. And so we just really feel this is our calling.
Yeah, definitely.
This is where God wants us to be. He wants us to reach out to the community. And really the way that he used music in our own lives, the gift of music, the way that he spoke to us through music, helped us through life's journey using music, we are now able to do that for other people and plant seeds in other people's lives, and people come together.
Yeah.
Our aim is to get the country singing and to get them singing this uplifting music that's helped us so much personally, that now we want to share that, and we believe God uses that to share in other people's lives, to sow seeds and to make a difference.